thank you all for coming. I just want to introduce myself. My name is Jennifer. I'm with Phyto and Subtil Hair Color, and these have been my brands for about 10 years. These are the two sole brands that I work with. And one of the reasons for that is because I have a passion for botanical hair care. While we have our Phyto hair care line, which is a botanically based hair care line that respects the scalp, respects the hair. We also specialize in drug and hormone-free hair growth systems. That's where our color comes in, which is a sister company called Subtil. So everything you see here today is part of that branding that we have with our color company, Subtil Hair Color. So both of our brands are out of Paris, manufactured, packaged, research and development, you name it, takes place in Paris. This is something that with Subtil, we have an entire campus dedicated to that product. It's called Ducastel Laboratories, and as the name kind of implies, it's actually a repurposed castle. So it's a place where a hair color has been made for many, many years, since 1945, but Subtil was actually founded in 1997. And so it is, again, a dedicated laboratory to Subtil and a brand that you may or may not have heard of. It's not in the States, called Kedra. It's a great color line as well, both of which use plant tinctures for our color pigment. Everything that you see in the Subtil line, if it has the Subtil logo on it, it contains a proprietary ingredient called epilene. And epilene is a corn oil derivative that actually desensitizes the skin and imparts hydration into the hair. So not only is it great for those who are a little bit sensitive to hair color, regardless of if it's ammonia-free or natural in nature, but it's also great for those who tend to be on the dry side, which I think is the majority of us. And so it's great for moisture. It's great for respecting the scalp, which is something that in Phyto we talk about all the time. You don't have a conversation about Phyto without talking about the scalp. And so Subtil is tied in with that philosophy as well. And so today, what we're focusing on, as you can see, we don't have the entire portfolio out, or else we would have much, much more products sitting around. We actually wanted to focus today on a brand new segment for Subtil called Subtil Lacquer. This is a new toning segment that is ammonia-free. It is acidic. This is something that we have been waiting a long time for. It's an amazing toner. It also has a second action. So we're not just able to negate unwanted tones, exemplify the already beautiful tones of the hair, things of that nature that you can do with any toner, but we also have a resurfacing action. So we're using plant keratins in this product to resurface the fiber of the hair. So the hair is going to look like it's had a restructuring treatment done as well. And so this is something that we can absolutely use a bond builder in, if needed. And in Subtil, the bond builder is called X-Rescue. This product uses plant keratins, and the proprietary blend is called Kerathrix. And what this does, instead of coating the hair, it actually works from within the intercellular cement of the hair fiber to strengthen the hair and to reconnect the broken bonds that we tend to have when we are coloring hair or especially lightening hair. And so this is something that is very, very gentle. Again, it doesn't leave a cast on the hair, so it doesn't become brittle over time. This is working from within, and that's X-Rescue. These are mono doses, which are just a one-time use with all of the instructions, but they do come in a pro kit size with 62 uses per kit. So it's a really great product, but I do want to focus on our lacquers today. Again, the lacquer is going to be your toner in this system. So we do have demi-permanent color as well, called Tone HD, but the lacquer is a true toner. And so we do offer over 30 shades of the lacquer itself. A lot of them are very cool, you'll find, because oftentimes we're looking to negate unwanted warmth, right? Especially with our blonde clients. And so we do have some base colors as well, because sometimes we're looking to blend gray. And so we have a really nice 6, we have a great 7, 8 base colors. But otherwise, like today, we're going to focus on toning some blonde hair. And it looks like we're going to be working within that 8, 9, 11 range today, which I'm really excited to be able to do. One of the other things that we have in the lacquer series is a clear. And so with a clear, not only can you use this on its own as a restructuring treatment, you can also use it to dilute any of these colors. So if the pigment is a little bit strong, say you don't need so much ash in a 912, you actually need a little more iridescent and a little less ash, but you need some, you can dilute using the clear. And what we use as a dilution formula is we say we can dilute it 3 times. And so the first time would be, for instance, if we're using our 1110, but we don't want quite as much ash, we can use our clear and start diluting with 3/4 part our shade and 1/4 clear. That would be diluted once. Then we can dilute twice with equal parts our shade and equal parts clear. And then we can go one more further and go 3/4 parts clear and 1/4 part our shade that we're using. So you can really customize these colors, and they have a multi-purpose in the salon. So not only are you using it to tone, but we are using it to restructure the fiber of the hair. And so we're going to be left with very shiny hair, beautiful tones, and even more healthy than before. And so we have 2 different developers that we use with this particular segment. We have a 5 volume, which is going to be nothing but deposit, right? So that's very, very low, but we're going to get all deposit from our toner using the 5 volume. With our, what we call a universal developer, is actually a 9 volume, and this is going to be if we just want to see a cast and a little less deposit. We don't recommend using anything higher than a 9 volume with the lacquer, because then you risk getting a shift in the color. And so with this, we're just looking to either add a cast or deposit in order to negate unwanted tones or enhance the color of the hair. And so, two different oxidants, and you can see that the proprietary color of your lacquer is pink. This is something that kind of looks really nice in the salon. It's not too pink, it's like a nice iridescent, and that kind of goes along with the theme of the segment itself. It's kind of iridescent. And so, very, very simple to use. We have 2 different oxidants, equal parts, mixing ratio. 1 part color, 1 part oxidant. Couldn't be easier. You can use a bowl or a brush for application, or you can use a bottle, either way. We are going to mix up some color in just a moment, and you'll be able to see the texture. It's gelatinous by nature. It's a little bit translucent as well. And the smell is very pleasant. You're not going to get a bad odor from this toner. It's a very nice fragrance. And it doesn't linger either, which I like. I don't like to smell my hair color when I'm finished. And so everything about this is just easy to use. It's very effective, and it's going to make everyone's life easier. Did I mention how fast it works? So we have a processing time of up to 30 minutes. However, especially when we're toning very light hair, typically you don't need that long. This is great for flash toning. The resurfacing action will take place in that short amount of time as well. Now, if you are working with someone's hair who may or may not be in the best shape, maybe they came from somewhere else, and they're having a little bit of an issue with the integrity of their hair fiber, you can use the clear for a full 30 minutes of processing time to really restructure the fiber of the hair. So the use of this product is twofold, for sure. You can see beautiful blonde. She likes to be in that iridescent range, so we're going to keep her there. Very, very iridescent, almost in that pink range. Okay, and so we have a double iridescent that we're going to use today, and it's a 922. So in the Subtil line, 2 is iridescent. It's a very easy numbering system, universal European numbering system. And of course, you know, this is something that's going to come out with a beautiful cast, gorgeous shine. I do recommend applying to damp hair. So we have shampooed our model. She's had a Fito Jojoba shampoo and a Fito Jojoba mask for moisture. And then as we process our toner, we actually don't have to shampoo it out. We can just emulsify and rinse and add a post-color conditioning mask. Okay, so that's where we're going to begin. I'm going to start mixing up color. And like I said, we're going to go with a 922 at this time. And this is actually the tube that we'll be using here. I have my setup. Now, for this particular purpose, I'm going to use the 5 volume, okay? And so the 5 volume is going to give us a little more deposit because we actually want to be able to see that iridescent color come through instead of just a cast. But we have a demi-permanent color in Tone HD where we do have 70% gray coverage.